Hi everyone, an early welcome to our college algebra class for summer 2020. My name is Shannon Ruth and I'm the instructor for the course. I just wanted to make a short video to introduce you to our class and myself. I know we don't officially start until Monday, but if you're like me, you're probably wondering a little bit about what the class will look like. So let's dive into a couple things. I'm going to start by navigating to Canvas. Canvas is what we'll use pretty much for everything related to our course. So a couple ways to find it. The direct link is just learn.maricopa.edu, or you can search or on our homepage for Gateway Community College. Welcome to Gateway, by the way, if you're new to joining us. There is a link to Canvas at the bottom. And once you navigate to Canvas, you can just click on the Math 151 class. Whatever other classes you have will show up here. And I'm just going to turn on the student view so it matches up exactly with what you all will see. But we have just a simple landing page for our homepage. Like I've already mentioned, we don't officially start until Monday, June 29th, but I'm sure some of you will dive in a little bit in the coming days. And on this homepage, I have a couple key links, and I'll be kind of updating this as the class goes on. But even though this is an online course, meaning that you can complete everything without interacting with me, I do hope that we have some time to interact. So I will be available virtually every day, Monday through Thursday, in our classroom. Our virtual classroom is available through Google Meet, and Google Meet you can use online, or there's also a great app, so you can just use it from your phone. I'll just show real quick how it works. Hi. So you can find me in here. The exact times are still to be determined because I'd like to get some feedback from you all. When would be the best time to find me? So basically virtual office hours. Obviously I'll be available by email and discussion boards too, but I think we all learn a little differently and we all have different ways that help us the most. So I'm going to make sure I'm available in a variety of ways. Along that line, I love good communication. So as we prepare for our class starting Monday, again, I just wanted to reach out and connect with you all, share a couple ways you can contact me. I'll use Canvas as the primary means of reaching out to our class as a whole, Canvas messages and announcements, but you can also message me directly anytime through Canvas, through the little inbox here. My Gateway email also works. I use a free app called GroupMe as another way to text. So I set up a class text for any of you who want to jump on there. You can also message me directly through GroupMe. And then here is a number that you can text or call anytime as well. All the files that I have available to you in Canvas can also be found in a shared Google folder. So just in case it's a little easier for you, I've organized our files here. I'll just show quickly. This is completely optional, but all of the files that you can download through Canvas are also accessible through this Google folder. So loading here, for example, our syllabus, which I'll be walking through in just a moment, can be found here. So that's just a little intro to our Canvas homepage. Maybe now I'll just switch to share a little bit about myself, in hopes that if I share about myself, you'll reciprocate and share with me a little bit about you. So I have been a part of the Gateway family for 10.5 years now. I began at Gateway as a tutor for our Learning Center while I was completing my master's in mathematics, and I'm entering my 9th year of teaching now. I love math, but I love people even more. So I really have a dream job, getting to work with people and teaching content that I love as well. In addition to teaching math for Gateway, I serve as our math coordinator. So that just means I get to schedule classes and find amazing instructors to teach them. And another thing I really enjoy doing for Gateway is serving as advisor for our very active math club on campus. So what else can I share about myself? I was going to share kind of my hobbies because I'm asking you guys to share hobbies too. So I'm going to just share these photos. I went to find photos of myself, and they're all either me outside or me with dogs. So I love the outdoors and I love animals. Hiking is probably my favorite way to spend time outside. So this was on Camelback Mountain, great in-town hike. Last summer, I had a chance to do Humphreys Peak, which is actually the tallest point in Arizona. So that was kind of a fun one. I've got to dabble a little bit in canyoneering, and this one was Piestewa Peak. So I mostly just get to do some in-town hikes. And then I even have begun exploring rock climbing a little bit. So feel free to share with me your hobbies, what you like to do in your spare time. I am a pretty much a Phoenix native, so I'm one of those crazy people who will go hiking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the heat of the summer. Sorry if you don't like the heat of the summer. I'm safe. I stay hydrated and all that, but I love the Phoenix heat. What can I say? I've lived in Oregon and Washington, but definitely consider Phoenix to be my home. In addition to spending time outdoors, I definitely can claim cooking as a hobby, right? We all have to eat to live. I do a lot of grilling in the summertime. Making fresh, flavorful foods are probably my favorite. So tacos is another thing that I do a lot. And I enjoy photography. So those are some of the things I do in my spare time, which is semi non-existent in fall and spring, but summer is a little slower pace. So I hope you all also are getting to do some fun things during the summer. Let's just go through now kind of one by one these items on the side here. Under syllabus, you can download our class syllabus. So I'll go ahead and do that and get it open for us. It also shows pretty much daily what assessment there is. So every day there is a little something due, Monday through Thursday. So I made it that way just because if we were in person, right, which we're not, we would have met Monday through Thursday. So I think it's pretty reasonable to say, make sure you're working on the class a little those days. If you're somebody whose work schedule or family schedule requires you to work on different days, that's no problem. You can just work ahead of where we are or whatever the case needs to be. So that just shows by day. But let's go over to the syllabus. It's going to be a little repetition here. Hopefully you don't mind. I've already shared a little bit about myself and how to contact me. But reach out anytime for math or non-math related things. This first page shares a little bit about how you are in college algebra, right? Either you've taken the prerequisite course or you've placed in, perhaps using a placement test or your high school GPA. And then these are all the fun things we'll be studying in the coming weeks together. So I won't use your time to read through those, but by the end of July, if you were to read back through this first page, you should feel pretty knowledgeable about all the words on this page. We don't have a required textbook that you need to purchase for the course, although I do provide links to a couple recommended resources to supplement what I'll provide to you on Canvas. So I will be making available to you all short videos that I've put on YouTube for our content, and then these are good supplements. So let me know if I can provide more specifics about those. And every class you take, right, has some sort of grading structure. So in our class, we have 4 components that make up the grade. Each day, we'll do something simple called an exit slip. It's pretty low stress, low stakes. We'll have 4 different homework assignments, 8 different quizzes, and then 1 project at the end of the class, kind of as a final. You could think of it that way. So feel free to read through a little bit more about those 4 components. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to a little bit about your grade, being kept current all the time in Canvas. So I've already been showing you guys what Canvas looks like. This shares a little bit more about the expectations on both myself and on you as a student of the class. But really the point I want to highlight, I love kind of schedules. Some of you are probably like me. So I've organized our course by content. And then on the next page, I'll show it by assignments. So I've broken our class into 4 main units. The first unit we spend the first 6 days on, which is going to be all about functions. Then the units following will be zoomed in on particular types of functions. So unit 2 will be all about polynomials. Unit 3 will be all about rationals. Unit 4 will be all about exponentials and logs, and then we throw on an extra topic of systems of equations. So 5 weeks goes by pretty fast, but we will be learning a lot of cool things. Like I said, this next page is just going to share a calendar of our assignments. So this shows our whole course as a 5-week class, and then basically each day what is due. Because you guys are going to want to know what is expected of me. So you can see in orange, daily, we have an exit slip, and that's just something you'll work out and submit a photo of your work through Canvas. We have quizzes pretty much every Thursday and Tuesday. Quizzes are open notes. They're done through Canvas. You can always, study for them. So those are done every Thursday and Tuesday, except for, of course, our first Tuesday is a little too early, and then our last day of class we'll be doing a project instead. We also have homework that will be due every Monday, except for the first Monday, because we got to learn first before we do homework. And like I said, the project is what I view as kind of the culmination of the class. So we don't do a comprehensive final. I won't have you using any proctoring services or anything like that. Instead, you'll do a project to demonstrate your mastery of our course content. So that's a little bit about our class. I think in terms of our syllabus, I won't go through too much more, but the next 3 pages really review some great resources you have available to you as a student of Gateway. There are so many free things available to help you out in college, so definitely take advantage of them. And then the very last page I always grab from our student handbook. This is actually a former student of mine, so that's kind of fun. But it just talks through the value of education. Obviously, by enrolling in this class, it means you value education. I understand the sacrifice of education, right? By taking a class, it means you have less time with your family or less time to be working. But we're mutually agreeing upon the value that it will lead to in your life. So I am super excited to have you in our class. And I think we will do some great things this summer. So after syllabus, you can see I have an announcements page. And some of you have already found my welcome announcement. So under our welcome announcement, I just am saying, welcome to class and inviting you to share a little bit about yourselves. I gave a couple ideas for talking points. I said maybe share what you're studying, something you enjoy doing in your free time, and a silver lining you found as a result of Corona, because there has to be some positives, right? So some of you have already found that and started posting. So that's wonderful. I look forward to getting to know you all through what you post here, and hopefully through some interaction in our virtual classroom and things like that as well. The other thing to note under announcements is what I'll be doing is every day I will post goals for that day. So technically our first day is June 29th. So I went ahead and posted this early just so that you guys can know and anticipate the structure that I'll give. So for day 1, I've kind of outlined what you'd want to do. Check out our syllabus. You might already have that done before Monday. Complete the exit slip for our first day. Watch a couple videos about our topics. Try out a couple homework problems, and then that's it for day 1. So I will make a post just like this one every day. I think I'm kind of detail oriented. So if a to-do list or a checklist is valuable to you, that's great. But I think that'll help. And then under modules, basically it's going to be another way to access what I'm posting in the announcement. So I've organized modules by units. So unit 1 is all about functions. You can access the videos that I've made for that unit. There's a discussion board where you can ask questions anytime and I'll respond to you. And then I've organized the assignments by due date for unit 1. So we've got a couple exit slips, quizzes, and homework. And then unit 2, 3, and 4 are all there too. So that's a little introduction to our class. I'm so excited to talk more about these details next week when we officially begin, but feel free to reach out anytime. I'm really excited to have you all here. Take care.